my knowledge of Pikes is fairly limited. I've tried your wines before, Jamie, and really enjoyed them. But I think it would be great for the viewers if you could give maybe a little background to the Clare Valley and your estate.
Yeah, absolutely. So Pikes is in the Clare Valley. So Clare Valley is in South Australia. We're around about 2 hours north of Adelaide. So call it about 160 kilometres thereabouts. And it's a region that is really well known for making Riesling, which is one of the wines that we'll be talking about today. But we do have an array of different varieties up here as well. So we're a family-owned business. So it was started in 1984 by my dad, Andrew Pike, and his brother, Neil. Neil recently retired about a year ago, and so it's now myself, my parents, and my brothers coming in and trying to push the family business into the next generation. So really
that chimes in with what we do as well.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
to the next generations.
So I think Dad's background is viticulture, and so he's overseeing the development of the vineyards that you can see behind us here, and really kind of driven a lot of the progress in the business since it started back in '84. So we started out as a really, really small estate. So the initial purchase of property was only around about 25 hectares. And now we're around about 130 hectares in total. And we've got nearly 20 different varieties planted on the estate. Riesling by far is our most important variety, and we spend the most amount of time growing and making in the winery. And so I guess, why Clare Valley for Riesling? Clare's pretty unique in that even though a lot of people think Riesling and they go, oh, it's cool climate. Cool climate is where Riesling thrives, and it absolutely does. But Clare Valley is not cool climate. We have quite warm daytime temperatures. So today, I reckon it was just around about 30 degrees. So getting towards the end of I won't rub that in. Getting towards the end of summer, and we literally had our first delivery of fruit to the winery last night. So we're just kicking off vintage. If you hear forklifts and things driving around, that's what's going on. But it's the daytime temperature and that switch into that nighttime, that diurnal temperature shift. So the warm to hot during the daytime and the really cold night, that is what makes our Riesling unique and what makes it such a great spot for Riesling. So we get full flavour ripeness through the daytime temperatures and fantastic acid retention from the cold nighttime temperatures. So that's it in a bit of a nutshell for Clare. There's nuances within the sub-region of Clare and where we are, which is the Polar Shield River. That's probably renowned as being the best or maybe the highest quality sub-region. We don't have GIs, sub-regional GIs or anything like that, but it is recognised as being the premium or the premier wine growing region, Riesling growing region in Clare. So that's to do with soil, and we are just that little bit higher altitude than the valley floor, and that temperature shift is that little bit greater than the rest of the valley. So that's a bit of a nutshell, and that's us in a nutshell, really. Riesling, make a lot of other varieties as well, but Riesling's our hero, and we're in a unique little pocket